So much for Team Europe. After months of threats, tantrums and golf swings, Donald Trump just got the European Union to agree to a 15% blanket tariff on trade. And the EU's response? Thank you, may I have another? So here's the deal. Trump threatened the EU with a 30% tariff on basically everything if they didn't play ball. And with the clock ticking down to a Friday deadline, Ursula von der Leyen flew to his golf course in Scotland. Yes, his golf course. And shook hands on a 15% tariff instead. Because nothing says serious diplomacy like 4 and a side order of Scotch eggs. Trump called it the biggest deal ever made. Von der Leyen said it brings predictability for businesses. Translation? The EU folded faster than a beach towel at Club Med. They agreed to buy $750 billion in US energy, because who needs energy independence anyway? Invest $600 billion more into America. Buy a bunch of US military kit. Accept a flat 15% tariff on nearly all goods, including cars, semiconductors and pharmaceuticals, and all this to avoid the 30% Trump hammer. Remember when the EU used to preach about rules-based trade and the sanctity of the World Trade Organization? Yeah, well, that ship just sailed and it's flying a Trump flag. Because what we've got now is a made-for-TV trade show. The EU caved on tariffs. They're reassessing strategic autonomy, which in Brussels speak means please don't hurt us. So what does all this mean? Well, German car makers toast French luxury exporters, say hello to price hikes in New York, Spanish pharma firms. Good luck selling generics at 15% more. The single market just became a single discount aisle and Trump's the cashier. And if you're a British company wondering what this means for you, don't worry. You're still waiting in the queue with a lukewarm trade deal of your own. I mean, let's be honest. Trump played them. He made a threat, stuck to it, and got the EU to open its market wider than it ever has before. Massive energy and military purchases. And global headlines where he looks like a boss and the Dems looking for another tagline to tell their base he's bad. Meanwhile, the EU gets stability and Ursula von der Leyen gets to say she averted a trade war. Just don't look too closely at what she gave away to do it. So far, the UK has its own mini deal with the US, but now we're watching Europe accept 15% across the board. And you can bet City of London trade hawks are licking their lips. Expect pressure to follow suit. Because when the EU drops its trousers, everyone else feels the breeze. This wasn't diplomacy. It was economic blackmail with a side of golf. And the EU just proved yet again that when it's time to stand up to real pressure, they'd rather play along than push back. Trump threatened a trade war, and they handed him a trophy. Cue applause from Turnberry. You can say what you want about Trump. At least he defends his country's interests. Meanwhile, Brussels just handed over the keys and called it stability. If you're done watching unelected EU bureaucrats fold like deck chairs while America plays hardball, subscribe to TruthCast UK.